Anyways, let's move on to the last topic,
Sure.
and that is summer games.
Yeah.
And I guess this is going to be a bit more loose. Basically, like what are the games we're looking forward to? Um, what are the
I'm not.
technology advances that we're looking forward to as well? And we can just sort of broadly cover that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, I'm not actually sure what games are coming out summer. I think I'm interested personally in. I know Ratchet and Clank is one that'll be out, if not out. Yes.
Friday, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Um, that's one I'll probably be playing this summer. I don't have a ton of time this summer, but that's one that I'm gonna try to play. And Yeah, thinking about it, I'm not sure what it is a serious slump. Did you have any? I mean, there's a backlog of games I'm planning to play.
But I mean, these are
uh,
backlog games, right? Like, what are the core backlog games that you want to take a look at?
yeah, so there's some that I want to play with friends, like a really backlog game. What was that called?
Oh, Pixel
We
Junk
just
Monsters.
no, that Pixel Junk Monsters 2. Yes, I do want to play more of that. That's pretty fun. But also Scott Pilgrim.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep,
Did,
that game. What's that?
did you pick up? Did you pick Streets of Rage
Street.
4?
I haven't picked up Streets of Rage 4. That's a two-player game, I think.
3, I think. Oh, I think it is a two-player game, and I think that's when we decided to play games together. We said, "Well, you don't have to buy it. I think us two will play it, and we'll play Scott Pilgrim together."
Yeah. So for those listening, Justin and I play games together. Surprise. And we play with a mutual of ours who is also on, PlayStation Plus, and we can all, spend our some evenings during lockdown, pandemic evenings, playing and chatting together, and it's pretty
Yeah.
great. Um, but yeah, outside of that, I'm not sure. How about you? You just got your hands on a PS5, so do you have a bit of a backlog to play through?
No.
Oh.
No. I mean, there's actually it's cross generational games that I'm looking at right now. So I
Yeah.
never played through Ghost of Tsushima,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to playing that because it kind of held off uh,
And we should play an online multiplayer together.
that too. So yeah, well, we wanted to play Ghost of Tsushima.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to play the uh, oh, what's it called? I'm blanking on it. We've actually covered this before. It's
Oh,
the
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I want to play that too, but actually more so, it's the game from Relic. Uh, why am I blanking on the name of that? Oh, that's too bad.
Is
It's
it the Gods one? That's Gearbox.
Are you talking about like Godfall?
Yeah.
No, no, it's not a PlayStation 5 exclusive game. It's a um, it's God, it is so it's now maddening because like on the tip of my tongue, and I had remembered. I'm like, I want to talk about this, and then now I can't remember the name of it. Control. There we go. Con-
Oh, yes.
Control. I started playing it on PS4, and basically it plays horribly on the PS4, and I was just like, I can't do this. And shortly after I started playing that game, Relic was like, we're gonna upgrade it to PS5. We're gonna make the loading times more manageable. And I'm like, good, perfect. I'm not gonna play this until they release the proper update to it.
Yep.
Um,
Uh,
yeah.
I will also say that I believe that Control is free on the Epic Games Store right now.
Yes, but not for PS5.
That is correct. It
Yeah,
is for PC.
which I do not own one that's powerful enough to play games. Um,
Same. You can still add it to your library though.
yeah, whatever. Yeah, but either way, that's what I'll probably be playing this summer. Um, on the technology front, this is actually to point out Ratchet and Clank, and actually,
Yeah.
um, is that it's I think one of the first games that's well, or this is actually going to be the second game, I guess, where there's like a heavy emphasis on spatial audio and using some of the new audio rendering techniques that Sony was um, parading around during the early PS5 spec reveals. So I think there's actually some pretty cool like 3D audio to look forward to. in
Uh,
Ratchet and Clank. I haven't heard any specific like raving about it, but I really wanna take a listen to that game.
yeah, same here. That's one of the things I'm really interested in because they've talked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's always amazing to see. I was total. I've mentioned this on this channel several times, but totally blown away at the 3D positional sound in Ghost of Tsushima. Like I was not expecting to have the sense as I'm running around in the field to be able to tell what side my horse is running up towards me from, like they're coming up on the left or the right. Now I can tell just because I'm wearing headphones. And so, in fact, I have a surround sound system that I play games with. But when I was playing that game, and in fact, anything Naughty Dog, it's headphones now all the time.
Yeah,
It's just so much, particularly for a first one player game experience. It's just so much more. Um,
immersive.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
just so
Um,
good.
Returnal 2 was another one that actually people were specifically calling out that the 3D positional audio was really amazing, and the soundtrack was really great, and you know, the sort of spatial landscape that they the not spatial the audio spatial landscape that they create in that game is really impressive. Not the least of which is because I guess like the Foley work on that game was really interesting. So like enemies have their own distinct sounds. So when you hear them near you, you know what kind of enemy is approaching you before you can actually even see it. So there's stuff like that that the um, Housemark team had like sort of focused on when creating the audio space for that. So I'm really excited to actually like put on headphones and take a listen to those games and see what they did with those games to sort of advance game audio forward.
Are you getting Renal?
It's probably not the type of game that I'd want to keep. So if I get it, it's probably going to be like a rental.
Sure. Sure. How do you rent it? Just like
GameFly, of
on disc?
course.
Okay, sure. We're not.
As
We're
like a
not.
GameFly, logo pops up and it's
Right? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like you can get your game rent on it, GameFly. No, like we're not. This isn't channel is not subsidized in any way by that
Channel
service.
subsidized by GameFly.
A little whoop.
Yeah,
Good times.
but we don't get paid by GameFly.
We do not. That would be nice.
And actually, I don't even have a subscription to them. I did to try to get a
Yeah.
PlayStation 5, and basically, I was like, I'm not going to order a game, so I'm shutting this off, and I don't want to pay $15 a month to be on a service that I'm definitely not using right now.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, anyways, is there anything else you're looking forward to?
I'm right now just E3. I'm really excited to see what comes of that. Um, like you, I have a backlog of titles. I the Sony with the kind of play at home stuff and the PlayStation Collection, that was the term, where to get a PlayStation 5, you can download it's like 20 games that include things like God of War
Mm-hmm.
and some of the Uncharted games, and I think Last of Us 1. Either way, it's a treasure trove of amazing titles. I don't have an Xbox, so I'm not going to be able to play any of that. I could get Game Pass, but I don't have a PC. So Game Pass Ultimate with the cloud is still in beta. On the Sony side of things, I'm still looking forward to playing Horizon Zero Dawn, as I've heard from many people, yourself included, that I should play that game.
And the concept
And
isn't nearly as ridiculous as it seems.
yeah, that's what I've heard that too. My dad said the same thing, and he's been playing it and really enjoying it. I think he was talking about how it's surprising how much it just like
How it
yeah, it's
answers,
believable.
yeah, it's like how it answers why there are robotic dinosaurs
Right,
like
right, yeah.
roaming around on
Sure, that
land.
follows.
Yeah, you're just like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, so they just created a cool concept, but are going to have trouble justifying it, and they justify it like surprisingly rational.
yep, yeah. So that's it. I just don't have a ton of time, and honestly don't know what major games are coming in the
I think
summer.
we're going to find out in the next coming week, a couple of weeks,
Yeah,
like what we can
yeah.
actually expect. Obviously,
Probably in
well, there's going to be
go.
stuff for holiday, right? Like we know that there
Yeah.
are
Oh
holiday
yeah.
games, so when the fall rolls around, there's going to be some big games, but I think for PlayStation 5 it's going to be Horizon. That's probably going to be targeting that like Christmas time frame.
That window.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know
And
it's not God of War.
no, it's definitely not God of War.
Yeah.
But for Xbox, like even them, like I don't know what they're really going to be planning besides like Psychonauts and Halo. But anything beyond
Yeah.
that, it's just like, I mean, there's a
It,
fun pattern of let's just re-release the games we put on PS4 and open up the the frame rate
frame
limiters
rate. Yep.
and the
Yep.
resolution limiters to get it to run at like near 4K at 60
Uh,
frames a second or 120 frames a
right.
second.
Yeah, much higher frame rates or much higher resolution. The Which is nice to be fair. Like it was a dream, a joy to play Ghost of Tsushima that way. But it'll be nice to see some finally like content built for the system.
Yeah, for sure.